All right, I just want to have like a real heart to heart with you guys here. Like seriously, like I mean, how is it that a guy dominates a fight for like 12 rounds with nearly every round on the cards and still walks away disappointed? Because that's exactly what happened when Anaya Inui just did. Like it says a lot about where boxing is right now, guys. So let's get into this. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Shiraz. Welcome to Duality 7X. Here we share all the latest trending stories when it comes to the world of MMA, UFC, WWE, and boxing. So now today I want to talk about Anaya Inoue, because after this performance, the question comes down to is like, are we gonna have a pound for pound conversation here? Like, yeah, I mean. Look, there's so much here to unpack. So I'm going to start here, hopefully from the top, and we're going to work our way to the bottom. And we're going to try to see if it can kind of unravel some of the mystery that's kind of surrounding what we just saw. Now, first of all, Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford steps away. All right? Terence Crawford has retired. And that pound for pound throne suddenly, boom, bursts wide open. So we know that everybody and anybody is wanting to sit in that same throne that Terence Crawford sat on after winning against Canelo Alvarez, becoming pound for pound probably one of the greatest fighters of all time. Now here's the deal. I'm going to set the stage. We're in Saudi Arabia under the bright lights, okay? Naoya Inoue. He goes out there and puts on a boxing clinic. Now, I told you guys, if you watched my last video, if you guys, some of you haven't even heard of Anaya, okay? AKA the Monster. He's 7 years older than David Picasso. I believe, like, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, their reach is almost... Actually, what's really interesting is Picasso's got about a 70-inch reach compared to 67.5 for Inaya. I thought their reach was about the same. And Picasso is slightly taller by a few inches. And guys, that makes a big difference. So you have a culture fight, a fight that everyone was billing as Mexico versus Japan. And I mean, if you watch my video, and not to take anything away from this young fighter, Picasso, aka El Rey, but Picasso is such an unbelievable talent, and he's undefeated too, right? But I said going into this fight, this is totally going to be Inouye's fight. He's going to win this fight, and maybe not by knockout, but he's probably going to win by decision. It's probably going to go the distance. This is what I predicted, guys. This is exactly what happened. He outpointed Allen, David, Picasso, Romero. And look, still the undisputed super bantamweight title champion. And the judges had it like wide. And honestly, guys, they weren't wrong. But here's where it gets crazy. Inui didn't rush. He didn't panic. He went in there very calm. Here's a guy, this is his fourth fight, guys, this year. And I talked about my biggest concerns of Anaya going into this fight against Picasso was, I mean, he is slightly older, and that does play that really weighs into a lot of things as well too, right? And I was a little concerned because Picasso being undefeated, you got two different styles here, two different styles of fighters. But I was more concerned about the fact that this is his fourth fight, and I was wondering if burnout was going to play into or play as a factor in this fight, and I was a little concerned about that. But the good thing is he came in there, he didn't rush, he didn't panic, he really took control of the fight. He didn't overextend himself. Like you see some boxers go in there, and sometimes when things aren't really going to game plan, they start to change, they start to shift gears, and next thing you know, they're all over the place. This didn't happen. This didn't happen. And the other thing I told everybody as well, if you guys want to see a boxing clinic, if you guys aren't really too familiar with these fighters, but you want to watch a good fight, this is the fight that you guys want to tune into, because this is the fight that's really going to be able to determine what's going to happen moving forward, especially in these guys' division. And at 122 pounds, guys, these guys looked absolutely incredible. All right? And both of these fighters are like so good. Their boxing IQ is next level. Look, Picasso had the height. He had the height advantage. He had the reach advantage. And he landed some beautiful clean shots early, guys. Like, I was like, wow. This guy super, super impressed me. Now, Inui, right? I mean, he took it. He took those clean shots early, right? Because I knew Picasso was going to come out there kind of a little bit more as the aggressor. I had that feeling. But Picasso was just like, I mean, it was just masterclass, guys. I mean, like, again, like, if you want to watch good boxing, and if you didn't get a chance to watch this, I know it's like super, super early in the morning because this fight was in Saudi and we're here in North America. You guys might be in the Philippines, in India, you might be in the UK. You might have had a chance to see it already. And if you haven't, I really encourage you to watch this fight. You really, really want to see this, guys. Because, I mean, Inui, like, he took those clean shots early, but then he started to turn it up. And he's got such lightning fast hands. He landed some beautiful clean combinations, and he also mixed some power shots, some brutal body shots as well too. And then it was over, guys. Like, you could literally see Picasso was just slowing down round by round by round, right? And I mean, like, again, such a young, talented fighter. We're gonna see so much of David Picasso here in the near future. I know that, but this was Inui's fight. And this is what makes Inui so special, right? And then when it got to the championship rounds, I mean, talk about pure masterclass, guys. It was absolutely beautiful. And Inui himself said, look, he came out when he had a chance to speak, and he said, my performance was not the best. My performance tonight was not good enough. I should have done better. Now, just let that sink in for a little bit, guys, because here's a guy who came out there, and I think he won pretty much every round in this fight. And thinking about the 4 fights that he had this year, I mean, this guy's super tired. He's burned out, man. I know he's burned out, because every time you have to fight, it's not just going in and, on fight day and taking on your opponent. I mean, there is so much that leads up to a fight, from the conditioning, the training camps, right? The prepping, the nutrition, everything that goes into prepping yourself for a fight. And to do that 4 times, in addition to which all the travel, like, that takes that's wear and tear on your body, guys. That's wear and tear. But Inui didn't even show any signs of lethargy or tiredness. He came out there and he did what he does best. Probably one of the most masterclass fighters right now in this era. He's absolutely incredible. Undefeated, 32-0, 27 by way of knockout, undisputed in 2 weight classes. Naoya, if you need a hype man, like, you just let me know. Because, guys, he is that special. But according to him, he was disappointed. And that tells you a lot about Naoya, the monster. So, you don't call that insecurity. I call that greatness. Here's a guy who's got every belt. He doesn't need belts, guys. He doesn't need belts. I mean, for young, hungry fighters, it's a trophy piece. It's nice to have. It's obviously you want to be the champion. And you want to be the champion of the different sanctioning bodies that are out there. that's obviously, you want that title, you want that championship accreditation. But for Inaya, he's done everything that he needs to do. What left is there? Like, I mean, what else is there? The thing I want to see with this guy, though, is I want to see some big, big super fights. Okay, because again, I don't think people fully understand, the magnitude of the boxing skill and prowess that this man carries. He is that phenomenal. And it would be really nice to see him fight a little bit more on some mainstream cards, maybe come down to Vegas, maybe do something at Madison Square Gardens. Like, yeah, I mean, it's going to happen. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. And a guy like Inaya, I mean, he knows how to keep his body fit 24/7, that he's ready. I mean, if he did 4 fights in 2025, there's a strong chance he's probably going to do the same next year as well too. All right. Now, most fighters, when they win like that, they start calling people out. But Inui himself, I mean, before he's even calling people out, he's got 3 fingers pointing back at him, and he's like, man, I really got to work on myself here because I could have done better. And I clearly didn't do what I was supposed to do today. Wow. What else did you leave on the table, Inaya? Like, holy smokes. If he's disappointed, can you imagine what he's going to do? And the regiment, the training, and everything he's going to put into so that he can actually, hopefully, I mean, from his perspective, move on from some of the mistakes that he made in this fight. I don't know. Guys, it was such an unbelievable fight. I really hope you guys get a chance to watch this, if you haven't already, that is. But I mean, we're talking about mindset here, and this is what makes guys like Inaya so special. Their mindset. They think like a champion. They act and walk and talk like a champion. Mindset is everything. Mindset is what honestly separates guys like him from pretty much everybody else that's out there. While everybody's chasing material things, the gold, the crown, they want to know, they want to be known. They want all the light on them, Here's a guy who's so humble, he doesn't care if the light's on him or not. I mean, a guy like him is gonna get that regardless of wherever he goes. All the bright lights are gonna be on Inaya wherever he goes. That's just the way it is. But he's not asking for it. But it's his actions in the ring and actions outside of the ring that people are so drawn to. Right? And look, right now, he belongs. I don't even think this is up for debate, but he belongs in pound for pound top tier. So there's no debate about this, guys. Whatever conversations are happening about the top fighters in the world, he needs to be there. All right? And look, when you have Alexander Usyk watching ringside, that's pretty special, guys. That's an unbelievable moment. And I knew he was going to be there because I seen some videos of him showing up at some local barbecue joints, and on Instagram and TikTok and stuff like that. He's such a world-class fighter. It's absolutely unbelievable. But guys, this man is special. And I think, even at 32, if Terence Crawford retired at the age of 38, 39, and if he still has 6-7 years left, holy schmoly. Can you imagine what else we're in store for? The excitement, just to be able to watch him fight and to be able to carry that torch on for even the next 4, 5, 6, 7 years, it's going to be absolutely incredible. I can only imagine what else he's going to do. It's absolutely crazy, right? And then the Nakatani angle, this is where it kind of gets a little bit spicy, guys, because when you want to talk about addressing elephants in the room, well, Junto Nakatani, let's talk about that, because this is supposed to be the big one, right? This is what everybody wants to see, right? He wins on the undercard, But man, that scorecard, like what? Like 118 to 110? Like, guys, we've seen this too many times in boxing. Like, seriously. Nakatani, he moves up in weight, vacates belts, stays undefeated. Let that sink in for a second, guys. And then suddenly, like, an all-Japanese mega fight is starting to come to fruition in 2026. And it doesn't feel like a fantasy anymore. Like, this is real, guys. Like, this is happening. This is happening. Guys are starting to pivot a lot. Like, you saw Daniel Dubois recently, heavyweight fight, former champion. He recently, he was on path to take on Frankie Sanchez for the IBF title eliminator. And then all of a sudden, Alexander Usyk, he vacates the WBO belt. He doesn't want to fight the mandatory, so he vacated the belt. So then that title automatically went to Fabio Wardley. All right, Fabio Wardley, who came off his unbelievable win against Joseph Parker, he becomes a WBO interim heavyweight champion of the world. And now there's discussions about the possibility of maybe even somebody like either Anthony Joshua or even Daniel Dubois making their way down that labyrinth towards fighting him for the WBO title. So people, Terence Crawford gave up his WBC title before announcing his retirement. Lots of fighters do this, right? Gervonta Davis, when Gervonta Tank Davis wanted to fight Jake Paul on November 14th, if you guys remember that, and he vacated his WBA title so that he could have that opportunity. So people do this all the time. Nakatani is also someone very, very special. I mean, here's a man, like, he's on a collision course, and that's happening, guys. He's on a collision course with the Naoya, the Monster Inui, and it's going to be absolutely incredible. And guys, like, I really start, like, if you're not familiar with the Naoya, start getting familiar with them. Start getting acquainted with his boxing prowess and his boxing wizardry, because when he takes on Nakatani, you guys are in for a treat. You guys don't have to worry about watching the previous movies. You just got to get right to it, and you guys are going to be in for all the action. Now the other question though, however, is what if Inui moves up to featherweight division, right? And now we're talking about Nick Ball and all the fireworks and the chaos that could come with that, right? What if we're talking about Inui taking on Bam Rodriguez? Like, speed versus speed. Like, pure, unadulterated chaos, guys. I mean, if you have to be honest, and if you're talking about the fights that everybody wants to see, I mean, the fight that Saudi wants, the fight that Turki Al Sheikh wants, the fight that boxing needs, we got to talk about Naoya, the Monster Inui, taking on Nakatani. That is honestly the fight that needs to happen first. That's the kind of fight, like, so if I'm going to sum everything up, we're going to, like, win one word. It's legacy. This is what Inui is chasing for. He doesn't care about the belts anymore. He's got all the money in the world, but of course, money is a catalyst. Money is a driving catalyst in all this. But at the end of the day, we're talking about legacy. You want to be P4P, the best in the world. That is legacy stuff. So yeah, Nick Ball, Bam Rodriguez, all this, unbelievable. Like, these are like super dream fights. But the one that I think everybody wants, the one that I think boxing needs right now, is Inui versus Nakatani. That super all-Japanese mega fight in 2026 to happen, that is what's going to, like, break the internet. All right? And then look, guys, pound for pound supremacy on the line. Boxing judging controversies, it always happens. Like, come on, guys. Like, I don't want to get into the whole undercard thing with the boxing scores and stuff, but you guys can figure it out. I just kind of alluded to it already, right? But the rise of the rise of Japanese boxing, especially on the global stage, I mean, this is absolutely incredible. Um, I think I'm going to have to pay a visit. I'm going to have to go down to Japan and see if I can get a chance to talk to some of these guys, because I mean, the boxing that's coming out of that region is absolutely incredible. And guys, who, like, if you want to talk about who's going to be carrying the torch forward after Crawford, you don't have to look far. You really don't. I mean, you got a guy like Inaya who honestly is more scarier than Godzilla. And he's just winning fights, guys. And he's breaking records. He's shattering records. He's setting the new standard. So look, this is my honest take. Naoya Inoue is chasing perfection, not just everyone clapping and cheer. He's chasing legacy. And that's exactly why he might end up as fighter of the year. I truly believe that. Now, I want to hear from you guys. I did a lot of chatting, but I honestly think, right, Inoue is pound for pound, right, the best fighter in boxing right now. I want to hear your thoughts. Drop your thoughts in comments below. And look, if you enjoyed this breakdown, it's unbiased, unfiltered, completely raw, grassroots, no fluff, no fillers. All I ask is that you smash the like button and join and subscribe button and join us here on Duality 7X for more fight talk. But where it gets really interesting is hearing your guys' comments and responding to your guys' comments, because this community is growing, guys. We're not stopping, and there's so much entertaining stuff that's coming down the wire right now. I had another video already all lined up and ready to go, and when this fight happened, it's like I gotta drop this, guys, like right now. So guys, trust me, we're just getting started, but without you guys it can't happen. Thank you so much for joining us, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I hope you guys enjoyed this fight.